Howdy, Mr. Gluten-Free
Hey.
Cacti. You can follow me over here.
Alright.
Secret door. Love it.
I remember this.
You're crouching. Oh, how am I gonna draw this?
I'm
I'm gonna
only
try.
human.
Go ahead and take a seat here. Mr. Gluten-Free Cacti.
That's me.
First of all, I gotta ask, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I just did a physics exam at school, but first time on the server in like a day or two, so.
Hey, congrats. Did you do well, you think?
No, I didn't do well.
Ah, don't say that, man. You're gonna pass. I think you passed. Something about you, man. You just have that. Why do you have Carson's face?
I like to put the face of people I admire on, you know? Put myself in their shoes. Maybe I can be as successful as Carson.
Hmm, that's good. Hell yeah. It's always noble to try to emulate your heroes, bro. Hell yeah. I think actually you've done quite a bit on the server already. There's this one painting that is in several locations. Most notably, it's at the Small Museum, Humanville, Ravenstead
Mm-hmm.
Museum, and then also
Yeah.
Solo's Art Gallery. The giant Carson
Yeah.
painting.
Oh yeah. That is like my magnum opus, my masterpiece, my creation of Adam. It's I think I struck gold. When I was making the mural, I realized that the resolution of the mural is actually double the resolution of the original image with its size. So, yeah.
Oh. No, but yeah, I mean the details in the face, the skulls in the background, the fiery red sky. Uh, well, is that like an Aztec temple in the back?
Yeah. Yeah. It was in the image. It was inspired off of like I was just like asking around in the server, like, oh, dude, I need a jump scare mural, and people like were showing me these images of Nikado Avocado, like doing his like really spicy chicken wing challenge, and it was like really low res with like Aztec
Oh.
temples in the background, and I'm like, wait, that's like good. So I made Carson's rage face into one of those images, and the rest is history.
What exactly is he eating? Is because I've gotten like mixed answers. They say it's like, oh yeah, it's a spicy bowl of chili, or oh no, that's just a bowl of like human guts.
Okay, so I got my image reference used Nikado Avocado's like 20,000 Scoville chicken wing challenge. Um so it is chicken chicken wings.
Chicken wings. Okay. Oh, dude, it's so good to finally hear a concrete answer what it actually is, bro.
How you interpret what the slop um is up to the
Slop.
viewer.
Tell me more actually about your recent work. It's called the Big Hungry Giant?
Oh yeah. So I was trying to learn Axiom in a creative world. Part of that was making like a human head. I wanted to kind of use two different styles of building. First of all, like using Axiom to create the form of a head, but also I've seen these like 2D Minecraft builds where they use like fence gates, torches, and like really obscure blocks to carve out a precise form
Mm.
into a head. Um, and I'm like, I've gotta try that. So I used like fence gates and like um different blocks to really get a precise texture on the head. Um, and then basically it expanded from the head, the idea. So then I added arms, and I was like, that's when I was like, okay, I gotta put this into the server. Now I'm working on creating a full, like, fleshed out interior where it's like intestines and maybe lungs, maybe more.
Yeah, I took a look around and I noticed you can like, oh, the entrance is the most important bit. You go inside through the mouth, like going down through the tongue and esophagus, and then it also branches out
Mm-hmm.
into both arms and then finally into the stomach.
Yeah.
And there's also that little detail as well that you did for the eyeballs that you made out of large canvases.
Oh yeah, that was like a last minute decision.
That I think that adds a lot. It's a good touch.
Thank you. Yeah, the thing is, to get like a good view of it, you kind of have to stand far back, and by then the eyes like despawn. So I have to add like blocks for eyes for when you're too far out.
Hmm.
Um, but I think it still looks good from far away.
Yeah, like I said earlier, that there was like different locations where like you have your head and it's like the model. I noticed it's in a location called a Sky Highland.
Oh, oh yeah, that's like the first place that my head was put. At the foundation of that city, they just put my head in the air somewhere, and they started like painting me in the air. I became like a part of history for that little city, which is really cool.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah. That city has like actually a lot of history. Like looking through at all the old buildings that they have there. Like there's a chapel, they have shops, and there was apparently a wedding there too.
I just remember its foundation after an auction of paintings, and I was like there watching them just like start sky bridging from the auction house, and it became like a skyblock world.
It seems you and I are gonna be co-workers soon here. So you were approached by Mr. Hyper 47 to be the head of art for Greytown.
Oh yeah, I, I'm actually like super excited for that, but I've got to like finish the few commissions I have like backed up in the queue.
Hmm.
So once I do that, I'm gonna start planning some like art events. I've got this really good idea that nobody's done yet, and I don't think anybody's working on. I'm gonna make Gartic phone, but like with the joy of painting canvases. It's gonna be sick.
Oh, yo, yeah, dude, I was throwing around that idea the other day and I was like, okay, yeah, we can do like you give somebody a prompt and usually
Dude,
Gartic
I've been
phone would be
thinking.
like,
Imagine each player has their own room, and all the rooms are stacked on top of each other. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So in each room
Oh,
lies an easel and a chest. Okay.
okay.
So, oh wait, and an anvil, so that you can
Oh,
easel, chest, and anvil. When the person is writing a prompt, they rename a paper to their prompt. Okay.
right.
And then they put it in the chest, and it goes down a hopper into the floor below them where the next person is, and they pick up that paper and they paint that. Okay. And then once the player paints their painting, they put the painting in the chest, and that goes to the person below them. At the bottom, they can just have like there's like a soul sand column that brings the items up and around to the top person, and it's like a loop. You could probably just use it to advertise Greytown, just like make it a Greytown event though. Like only put it into the Discord server.
As for me, I'm going to be working as the head of media. My job entails for me to be cataloging everything that's going on in Greytown and to also, I guess, make sort of like an update or newsletter type of deal where people can stay
Oh,
up to
so you're
date.
gonna be doing the Greytown News Network thing?
Oh yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, I saw like the wavy image thing uh, after like months of it being inactive.
Dang, months really?
I don't think there's a single thing in it except for the other dark thing.
Were you around when Greytown was first established?
No, I actually joined. I think maybe like mid September. So I was like, I'm a newer player. I think painting this entire server, painting and building the big hungry giant. Oh yeah, I've after I painted the cannibal, I've been getting like requests left and right for me to like paint giant things. Like I painted the Gotcha Gary's mural. That took a while, bro. I oh my gosh.
Oh,
So I it's like 12 hours logged on like the digital reference making where I like um painted it digitally for reference when I was doing it. And then I don't know how many hours it took to put that into Minecraft, but it was an insane project. And throughout that, I was also working on some commissions for Conga, Conga Spy. Um, I've been doing like small, large canvases commissions, and now I'm working on another big project for Creature. Um, I'm painting like a feral version of their persona. So yeah.
no, yeah, I said a long, long time ago to Kanga, I was like, you know what would really spice up the shop if you like had portraits that like kind of showed exactly what the the potion effect was.
Oh,
And
you're the one that suggested that.
yeah, and I think it did a great job. That's what you painted. It was exactly what like I was imagining, dude.
Yeah, it was a lot of working together with Kanga. I would like send them an image and like I'd have to edit it like 3 or 4 times per painting. We could get it exactly right how she wanted. Um and a few of them I had to like restart the whole thing.
Well, speaking of Conga Spy, she actually asks, what is your process for your paintings?
Oh, okay. So, for most of my paintings, I start with like digitally like laying out a reference. I don't really make a rule for myself to fully draw it. I add images and like make a collage essentially of what I want to paint. After I do that, I make sure to crop it to the exact format I want it, like a 2 by 3 or a 14 by 18 or something like that. What I do is I put it into like an image splitter so I can like reference each individual large canvas. It makes it much easier to line up the in-betweens between like large canvases. My big secret is I just reference the individual canvases. If I'm going into the nitty-gritty of like my joy of painting process, I like block in the colors and then I smooth them and then I add the shading. It looks a lot more like an oil painting rather than like a pixel art graphic thing.
Dude, when you mentioned that, yeah, it is very difficult to like find like detail straight lines into pixels. Unless like if you were
Mm-hmm.
doing like really large canvases and like translating each of the lines over and over, that's easy. But I'm talking about like for small canvases, like or like large, just one large canvas, then that just starts
Mm-hmm.
getting a little bit more like intricate. You have to like play around with the colors to make sure that they gives that illusion of the
Yeah.
straight line.
A big like thing about painting the large canvases is impressionism where you're just painting what you see and how it can be like averaged into 1 pixel. Oh, if this was a pixel, it'd have a lot more white than yellow. I'd just make a really low opacity yellow and put that on, and it ends up looking like a low quality JPEG, I guess.
I keep having to look back and forth at your model every time I have to zoom into your face to actually get the details right. So pardon if you hear me like giggling to myself.
Well, I guess that's like another thing about what I've been doing on the server. I've been making a lot of Figura models. I was like, when I first joined and I saw the Figura, I immediately started like downloading Blockbench and stuff. So I've been like making a whole bunch of stuff. I've been learning like Lua to script. It's been a lot of fun.
Is this kind of like your first time scripting for this mod specifically?
No, it's my first time like coding with like text rather than blocks and like Scratch. So I'm like learning how the conditional statements work and stuff. But honestly, I still like am really bad at scripting. Half my scripts for my avatar is like helped with ChatGPT. Yeah, but I think like my main like enjoyment for Figura is the block bench and like modeling. That's been a lot of fun.
Grandiel1 asks, original Carson model? Or did you have any other models that you used before this one?
Okay, there's a story behind this avatar, but first I'm gonna go into the model I used before this one. The moment I joined the server, I saw and I wanted to create a block bench model. This wasn't my first. I made this first thing.
Whoa.
Within my first like 12 hours of the server, before I even got like my voice chat privileges. I did this solely so I could learn. It's not very like resource efficient. That's what I used for a while. I wanted to practice my low poly modeling, and so I wanted to create a human. I started with the head and moved down from there, and I wasn't even thinking of putting Carson's face on it until like the very end. Purely made to practice my low poly modeling, and then I started adding the textures. I used stock images, so I would like cut out parts of stock images and put it onto the UV map, and yeah, that's how it got this look. The Carson image I got was a little bit rotated, so it just looks like the eyes are lopsided now. One's higher than the other. And the actual nose placement is under the nose I modeled, so it's also like not like aligned with it. Like my nose is up
Side profile?
compared. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now that you mentioned it, yeah, now I see it.
I didn't really put much effort into lining it up with the texture.
Keep it that way. I think it adds adds character.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna change how this thing looks.
Userly asks, do you know color spaces?
Color spaces. There's a lot of different kind of color spaces, I think. If they're talking about the Minecraft one, where there's like gradients of blocks, I know a slim margin of that. I'm kind of new to Minecraft building, so I've just kind of been trying to translate my knowledge of color theory and painting into Minecraft. So when I was like making the block palette, I was trying to find some gradients, and I think they're like asking because of my gradient on the big hungry giant.
I think they just wanted to ask if you were familiar, because he also wants to know, like, what colors do you use to match certain hex codes?
Oh, okay. That's why. Okay. I use a lot of, like, the primary colors for my stuff. Like, red, yellow, blue, orange, and brown is, like, my main, colors that I use for mixing. Because I don't really match the exact hex code. I just go off by vibe. I think a lot of my colors are kind of far off from original the original image. I think I just am able to get color comparisons a little better.
Oh, so you would typically work more like if you're working on on a piece right now, like you would focus more on the coloring scheme in that one piece and not like really translate it to other ones then.
Hold up, I don't understand that. What?
Okay, okay, my bad. No, yeah, that was kind of like a word, but buzzword sounded. Holy shit. Okay, what I meant was like, okay, so from one painting to another, the colors don't are not the same, right?
I tend to use more of a noisy texture, so that um when you put noise next to more noise, there's no difference really. Um, like if you look on the floor, there's like a lot of noise in the texture. But like if you were to connect noise to noise, it's really easy to match, and I think I use that in my process to make it easier to connect canvases.
Ah,
That way you don't need to get the exact flat tone perfect, because that's a lot easier to spot than um, this slightly darker spot in a big noise texture. I want more good art on the server.
same here. I want more people to get into this mod because like I've just been enjoying it uh
Yeah,
and I'm ungodly about that. It's great. It connects people and like you just get to see people's different art styles. It's so fun.
yeah, yeah. I find it interesting how to see how many different styles there are on just a Minecraft canvas.
Oh yeah. And the only also the fact that you can like kind of collaborate with people, like multiple people
Hmm.
can like kind of use a canvas and take turns like drawing on it as well.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
I think that's everything I wanted to ask you today.
Awesome.
Dude, it's so cool like getting artists on the show because I also get like feedback and like tips from other artists to like kind of incorporate into my own things too. And I think your paintings are really cool and I always wanted to like know exactly your process behind them too. So that was really cool to hear
Yeah.
about.
I feel like I'm not like trying to glaze myself, but I think I've pioneered my own path of painting
Hmm.
compared to other people. Like I haven't seen many similar styles to mine on the server.
Do you mind turning around for me?
All right.
Check this splish out.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I love it. Where is he?
He's in the clouds. He's just sitting in the clouds chilling.
Oh, he's on Sky High Island.
Yeah, I had this idea, you know, like those like cheesy family photos that have like the the background image being like a close-up shot.
Oh yeah.
The face of the
Oh.
model kept making me laugh the whole time, so I had to put it in the background.
Oh. Oh, this is awesome.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I like how you did the smile.
Hell yeah. One original copy just for you. But yeah,
Dude,
Mr.
I could look at this forever.
Mr. Gluten-Free Cacti, once again, thank you for being on the show, man. I really appreciate it. This was very cool.
No problem, dude. I enjoyed talking to you.
Hell yeah. Let me get the trap door for you. Alrighty. Tell your
All right,
friends
dude.
about the interview.
Okay. Thanks for having me.